Knights of the Seven Kingdom, episode number 6, the last and final episode.
Well, there's
It is
season
no.
2, is there?
It's not yet.
Okay, be a minute.
It's gonna be a minute. But what an episode last one was.
Holy moly.
Right?
I was editing it and I was still crying because I just like I couldn't. That the last scene I just
Yeah, we lost a good Targaryen.
We lost. I was counting them. I think, and I don't know if I'm right. We lost Baelor, of course, the homie, the Mad Knight.
No, he's alive.
He's alive.
Yeah,
then
I think. Wait. Yeah, he's alive because they mentioned who died. It was the dude who got his leg messed up. That guy died, and then the dude with the mustache, which were the bee people. The honey something. So I want to just point out, like, I love you guys just dropping comments with so much lore, and they gave like all this info on this episode that there's no way we would have known without like spoiling ourselves.
Yeah.
So like the guy who died, so one of them was the one whose leg got crushed by Aryan before, so he came in and joined with the horse.
Yes, I remember that.
But then he got killed by Aryan anyway. So he came in for that revenge. He lost, unfortunately. It is what it is. It happens. But there was another guy who I'm trying to remember his specific name because he had the whole like orange mustache, and I was wondering. I was like, this very like prominent, this orange mustache. Like, what is this about? And yeah, he's his. Like, just like how Raymond and his cousins, like, family are about apples, like apple orchards and stuff.
Yeah.
This one's about, like, I guess making honey or beekeeping, I believe. Yeah. And so, like, his armor, I didn't get a chance to look at it too much, but his mustache was really, like, indicating that coloration, I guess. Mm-hmm. So, because it was, like, really prominent, and I was like...
Ooh. No, I know you pointed it out, and I remember seeing it for, like, a brief second, and I was like, oh my god, yeah.
Yeah. So... I was yeah, and wait, actually, this was the episode prior. That's what it was in the comments, yeah.
Oh, that's right, because they kind of got introduced.
Humphrey Beesbury.
Humphrey Beesbury.
I love that. Beesberries take bees seriously, yeah. Fossilways are Raymond and his cousin, Stefan, I believe, and they were the ones with the apple orchards and everything.
Yeah.
But Humphrey Beesbury, we really didn't get a chance to see much how that fight went down, but unfortunately the boy is gone. And then the other one was also Humphrey, which was the brother-in-law, and he was Humphrey Harding, and he was the one who got crushed with the leg and then got killed after. This is shout out to PTO Lover 7 for dropping those comments. Really appreciate it. Yeah, like she dropped such great info that was just it was really cool.
Awesome.
And everyone did, all of you guys. Like, I really appreciate it, and I hope like whenever the season 2 comes out and whatever shows that we watch or things like that, and if you guys have any knowledge, any lore that you can drop without spoiling, so appreciate that, because it really helps. It's there's a lot of cool stuff. So
I think it definitely helps like get more involved in the world, and then these characters become more special because like. For us, he was just the orange mustache, but you guys give more.
I was curious though, yeah.
Yeah, and so I love bees. I love bees. So I love that Humphrey, OG,
OG. We found once.
OG now because he loved the bees,
Hey, we need the bees.
We need the bees.
So, the bees are important.
That's awesome.
If we don't have the bees, there's some problems.
Absolutely.
Beesberries, yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh, I did write it down. Beesberries. There we go. Mm-hmm. I was wondering. I was like, who those were. The other thing that was really cool, kind of doing a little bit of a recap. So we did pretty much. I know you do the recap. Actually, you should do the recap, and I'll give more info.
Okay. Oh man. Well, I mean, I guess it went by quickly because like it starts with everybody charging and starting going against each other, but Duncan becomes overwhelmed, very anxious. Rightly so, because come on, you're about to face like death.
It's your first time doing this.
It's your first like jousting tournament event, and then it's the first 7 nights against 7 nights, in like what centuries that this has ever happened. So it's a big deal. But right off the bat, people are getting like stabbed, killed, you name it, including our boy Dunk. He gets stabbed. I think he does get stabbed right away.
Yes, if his shield breaks, I believe, and then it pretty much it goes through the spear. Go through. Well, not all the way through, but plunges into him.
Yeah, and he falls down, and then we get a flashback about his childhood, which I thought was really, really cool because it gives us more about like learning who Dunk is, like how he became the way he is.
Yeah.
We knew that, of course, he had met his master. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot his name.
Arlen.
I'm gonna write that down.
It's all good. It's all good. There's some things I can add about that too, which again, drop by all the awesome comments that you guys dropped. So that battle that we see Dunk initially in, I'm still going by what is basically said, and I could be wrong on this, but basically the Battle of the Red Grass Field. So this is where it was what I had mentioned, that there was a really, like, one of the best fighters. I remember reading this like way back, that they're one of the best like fighters in Game of Thrones. Well, the Westeros like history was this guy called Daemon Blackfire, if I'm right. Yeah, and he gets killed there in that fight. Mm-hmm. But it's basically there's not like, we don't want to spoil ourselves to get into those details, but basically it's like I would call it like maybe a civil war, if I'm not fully off here. But basically, without getting too much into it, it's like some stuff happened with the previous Targaryen.
Yeah.
And a lot of the children of the previous Targaryen, I believe, get legitimized based off of what I learned on the comments, and that creates a potential, like maybe a civil war or something like that, something in that manner. And basically, the battle gets pretty crazy, and then Daemon Blackfire, who's also called the Black Dragon, that's cool. I like that. He's the one who gets killed, but basically the previous Targaryen had a lot of bastard children, so then they all get legitimized. It's kind of like, I think, a battle over the throne.
Okay.
So this was all occurring when Dunk was a kid.
Yeah, which is why whenever he was like, they were selling the things that they found
in Flea Bottom, which is the town that he grew up in.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because I know they had mentioned that of like, the reign of, I guess it's Blackflame. It's Blackfire is over. This. Yeah. They don't take that or whatever.
It's really interesting because they also mentioned that a couple of episodes before. Remember when Egg is basically training with Thunder,
mm-hmm.
and he's singing this one song on the tree.
Yeah.
That song actually had included this information. This is kind of like a ballad that was kind of created regarding that.
Oh.
Those events that occurred when Dunk was a kid.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a lot like this. Yeah, it's there's a lot of eggs, deep. Yeah, a lot of eggs. A lot of deep lore that is in Game of Thrones, and in the pretty much the whole of Westeros that Martin created. So there's a lot of content there. Mm-hmm. So it's really cool to see we're kind of picking up at one period of time, and there's stuff happened before that, and there's stuff that happens after.
Yeah.
I don't know what happens after. I don't even know much about what happens before in this context. So to me, it's all new, but it's based on some of the stuff that I've read with some of the folks that have commented on it, which have been really helpful. It kind of gives more context.
Yeah, it adds to the world for sure.
Yeah.
And it gives it more depth.
Yeah, but go ahead and continue your recap. I'm just going to drop in some of the info that I've learned.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah. But essentially it starts off with Dunk and Rafe. My memory's so bad, yo. Rafe.
It has been a little bit since we watched the last one. Dang.
Yeah.
I don't know where I got here, Mama. Go ahead.
No, probably mine.
Whose hair could it be?
I added it for extra love,
All right. Okay. We didn't have to extra comment on this, but now we did.
We did.
So keep dropping hair on my drink. That's gross.
Extra flavor.
I don't know how it got
I haven't showered either. I'm kidding. I'll just edit that out.
No, we're keeping this. They're gonna know the things that are coming out of your mouth and your head.
Bear with me. I have squirrel moments.
Squirrel.
Okay.
Go.
Wait. Okay.
Rafe.
Okay, Rafe. So Duncan and Rafe, they were raving. I guess basically like graves of like the dead from the war, and they were
The battle, yeah.
from the battle, and just taking like anything that they can sell or pawn, to basically raise money so they can get out of Flea Bottom. Rafe is adamant she wants to get out of there, which I can't blame the girl. But Dunk is feeling a little bit hesitant because he has attachment to his mom being there. Like he knows his mom passed away, but even in the afterlife, like he wants to find her, which I think is so sweet. Which means like he probably had a really good connection with his mom. But Rafe,
I don't know if he did.
I don't know if he did. Oh, that's true, because he did mention something about like, they made some comment. It was
I don't know, because I think she left him, or something like that. But I think he believes that his mom is out there.
okay.
Like, she might come and get him. I don't think he had a. I don't know.
Actually, I don't know. Maybe I.
Yeah, I think you're connecting some dots that may not be there.
Yeah.
But
I might have missed a couple. Like,
at the end of the day, he cared to like hope.
He cared his mom.
Yeah, he hopes that he could have family.
Yeah. I think that's like the big thing. Is like he wants a family. Rafe or Reef? Or Rafe.
Rafe.
Yeah.
Rafe.
Rafe. I can't pronounce it. I think I have to spell it so I can pronounce it. But Rafe, which I think was a good balance for Dunk, because she pushed him to try to get out of there and like make his, like, if you want something, you gotta go make it. You gotta work for it. Unfortunately, it won't come to you, especially not in a place like Flea Bottom. But Rafe she was very good, quick with her hands, and like to pickpocket, which honestly is a skill you kind of need in that type of world. But unfortunately, she went after, I don't even know the guy's name, to be honest.
I don't remember either, actually.
Yeah, it was the one hand.
Screw that guy.
Screw that guy.
Yeah, the one hander.
The one hander.
Yeah.
The handy manny.
the handyman.
The handyman. And unfortunately, yeah. So she pickpocketed him once. He went after her, but she managed to get away.
But she stole his. I think she stole his.
Alcohol canister?
Yeah. It's like not a flask, because it was leather, like a leather thing. Yeah.
Yeah, pawned it, got money for it.
I don't know if she got money for that, but maybe.
Okay, but she ended up getting enough money for one of them to leave, either Rafe or Dunk, because unfortunately the price doubled. But
is that what happened?
I don't know if she pawned that, but she pawned other things. And then remember they were trying to get out.
I thought that the price got doubled. So they had enough for one person.
Yeah, because she was like two for place out of here, and he's like, the price has doubled or something like that.
Oh, okay.
I think. Oh
okay,
no, you're good. Question my details.
I don't remember this, but maybe I'm missing.
I don't know. No. But that's not the point. The point is,
well, you're the one bringing the details.
Okay, the point is that one.
We skipped everything.
She did.
No, she gets caught by Handyman.
Yes.
And they basically take all the money.
Yeah.
That they had gotten, and they could get away, but she couldn't help herself by stealing his knife or dagger. He finds out, grabs her, takes a knife, cuts her throat.
Yeah, and poor Dunk can't do anything.
Well, he does try. He gets on top, but he falls, and I think they stab his leg, or his calf, I think.
Yeah, but he was way too quick. Like, he just like right away grabbed her, cut her.
Oh yeah, there was no
way.
Yeah, she probably shouldn't have done that one. Or used it. That was what I was saying.
Yeah, you were like,
just use it.
Just use it.
And then came the boy to the rescue.
Yes. Arlen.
Yeah.
Drunk and all, but he managed to save the day, save Dunk at least. And killed both him and his lackey, the handyman, and the lackey. But unfortunately, Dunk was left alone. His only family died, unfortunately. But then he finds Arlen again and starts following him.
Yeah.
He follows him for quite a long distance.
And he's getting sick.
He's getting sick because the wound is
And
getting
drinking
infected.
water.
And drinking, bad water.
But still freaking surviving.
Yeah. He's resilient. And Arlen does know that he's there, but like he doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But one thing I was gonna add, we saw him drinking and partying and everything, and we were like, "Oh, he's just doing his normal thing."
Yeah.
Turns out he was there because his nephew got killed in that battle, and I believe that he was drunk and kind of singing to like, I guess honestly like to maybe give him a send off almost.
Yeah.
So he was there because of that reason.
Really?
And I think he was drinking and all of that because of that. We didn't know that, but that's comments.
That's crazy,
yeah, we had no idea on that one.
Yeah.
But that was why Arlen was there.
That's good.
Yeah.
See, and he gives some better recaps. I don't know why he makes me do
because
thank you for bearing with us.
Whoa. Hey, it was going great until the hair comment. Okay? That's where it got off the rails. Everything else is completely fine.
But yeah, right. And then, so I think at some point, Dunk, as a kid, he's like, the infections, everything gets to him, and he finally like crashes down. Arlen, of course, notices this, gives him like a bag of water for him to drink, and tells him, "Get up," And so Dunk hears that in that moment as an adult, and he starts getting up.
Yeah.
To get back and fight. And he starts fighting, but my poor dude, man, he got stabbed multiple. I was like, where's your shield? Dodge,
the shield had broken, actually.
It broke.
Yeah, that's what like later on. Yeah.
And unfortunately, he gets like, I should have counted. I think it was like 7 to 10 times easily that he got stabbed, hit, punched, whatever you name it.
Yep. But each time he got a hit on Arion, it was a really rough one. He slashed his inner thigh. His one slap freaking knocked that dude. And then they both were getting hit by dudes, but basically knights kind of running around and hitting each other.
Yeah.
So they got stumbled on that too. And this is kind of where a couple of comments, and I think we had a little bit of back and forth with a lot of folks, which was about like Dunk versus Arion.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, and I don't know how you felt about it, but to me, in like skill, Arion was way better.
Oh yeah.
Like Arion had all the skill, and I think everybody will agree on that one.
Yeah.
Like Arion was way better in skill. Like, I mean, he was getting almost all the hits. The sword one, the sword throw, I still don't count that as like a skill move. I've never seen someone be like, just look and just throw and be like, yeah, where would you train this? Like, I just don't see it. That's what he did. I think that was just a moment where he just decided to make a move like that. But I would not consider that a skill move per se. But everything else, like being able to parry, being able to, definitely on horseback.
Oh yeah.
He immediately freaking stabbed Dunk. So in terms of skill, and everybody was mentioning this, like, Arion's been trained by the best.
Yeah,
it shows.
With that. Yeah.
My only thing that I was going with was that in terms of resilience and just toughness and just having strength, I just, like, Duncan was just on a different level.
Yeah.
And I could just tell by, like, every time he got even one hit, there was just this, like, heaviness to his hits. And once he got, like, a good grab on him, it was over for Arion, right? So there was a bit of a debate that we were having where, Arion versus, like, Duncan, if they were just fighting, like, one-on-one on the ground without, like, him being stabbed. Because that was the other thing. He was already stabbed.
Yeah.
He was bleeding from, like, his, and he also got hit in the head. He already is, like, when he's getting up to fight, against that guy, like, he's already injured.
Yeah.
And even then, he's able to, like, get a couple of hits in, and they're so effective, while he's also getting hurt a lot. I'm not, and by no means denying that. And then he gets up and still is able to continue and eventually wins. And we were having debates. I love debates. I love debates. So
especially fighting ones, like who's gonna win between this person and that.
It just, I go by what the show says. So in the context of the books, and also the author, Arion should be winning that no matter what, basically. And really, Duncan won because of, like, Duncan's win was more of a miracle comparatively. Like, he should not have been able to win that, but he did. Whether it's through his will, whether through it's, like, his history. They say, like, Duncan a flea bottom one is kind of like the statement there.
Yeah.
And I agree with all of that. I think the show just, in my opinion, didn't do enough of a job for me to see how Arion was a great of a threat. Because the first time we see him, not being sadistic or anything like that we obviously can see, like, he was a darker character, but more in the context of like just his capabilities. I was like, okay, we see him in the beginning when he talks to Duncan, he just talks down to him, which, Targaryens happen to do it, and also people at the top usually do. The second time we see him, he fights the Humphrey guy, and basically stabs the horse. So I'm like, he makes a move that is kind of considered not good, because you're jousting and you actually stab the horse. Like, he was like, that's too low, and didn't seem right. And then the guy fell and his leg was broken. That's the second move. It seems like a cheap shot. It doesn't seem like a proper joust. So that's the second one. So I'm like, okay, that's when we see him. So I'm like, okay, he's sneaky and he's kind of an asshole. That's what I see. Third one, he attacks the girl, breaks her finger.
Yeah.
And then immediately Duncan freaking throws him to the ground, beats his ass in like 2 hits, like 1 hit to the face. He's already bleeding. He needs 4 guys to stop Duncan.
Yeah.
That's all I have for Arion.
Okay.
Like, that's the exposure I have for Arion. He doesn't look like, to me, like the guy that I would be like, man, this guy can take on Duncan and take him out. Because of just what I have seen.
Gotcha, okay.
And so in the show context, when I see Arion with better armor, I'm like, oh, he's got better armor. That's dangerous. When I see him move faster, I'm like, that makes him dangerous. He's got more skill. But I look at Duncan and I'm like, man, he just needs his hands on Arion once. Like, I swear to God, that's all he needs, that he just can fuck him up. And I'm like, I know in a night battle, there's so many variables.
Yeah.
And I totally understand in the books, Arion, I think, was supposed to be much more of a threat and maybe showcase it a lot more in that.
Yeah.
But in the show, until the final fight, to me, Arion just wasn't up to, like, in unless he had help or unless he had like just way better equipment and things like that, I just couldn't see him versus Duncan 1-on-1, like Duncan being like completely like no chance. It was almost no chance. Like, I just couldn't see that. I would see it equal. I would see like, okay, he has a lot of skill. Duncan has a lot of resilience and strength. And because I definitely know Duncan does not have the skill. He's trained with Arlen, who's super old, and haven't had that much experience in that. So I totally get that. But in the context of just like making it equal, I felt Arion was a smaller dude. Every time I saw him, he just didn't do anything that made me feel like, man, this guy is like dangerous in the context of like a fight. And even when the fight was going to happen, I think one, like, there was a statement that someone made, which was that to fight Duncan, like, why didn't he just fight Duncan 1-on-1? And like, there was a reasoning that someone gave. I can't remember what it was, but to me, I got from the show that he didn't want to fight Duncan 1-on-1 because of just the beatdown that happened in the theater.
Yeah,
that's what I felt.
That's what I thought as well.
Yeah.
But I can see your point. Like, if Dunk had gone against Baylor, for example, I feel like inside skill, that would have been more of a close match.
I don't even think it's a close match. I think Baylor wins there.
Yeah.
He's got experience. He's got he also is bigger looking and tougher looking. Yeah. But Arion, when you look at him, he's this smaller, scrawnier dude who has not done anything that has shown me being other than being crafty.
Yeah.
Anything where I'm oh, that skill level is so dangerous that I can't I just don't see Duncan winning. Now I didn't see Duncan winning if he fought 7 knights. There's no freaking way.
Yeah.
But that was just my statement. I know we've been going on for 24 minutes on just us.
No way.
But to round it up, Duncan does win.
Duncan does win.
Him getting up
he doesn't kill.
Almost getting killed and getting up was awesome.
Yeah.
When X shouts for him to get up. Yeah.
And yeah, so just to wrap up, Arlen admits it, but he wins, but he's alive, sorry. Dunk wins, but Arlen's still alive.
Arion.
Oh my
Arlen
gosh,
is
Arlen. I am so sorry.
You're good.
Arion
yields,
but he's still alive.
He's still alive.
Which is making me nervous about this next episode, the last episode.
Okay.
And then of course, we found out Baylor, brother was the one who smashed his head.
We find this out at the end.
At the end.
Yeah. Maker, who's his brother. And we actually see that in the scene where he's being held back Duncan is beating up Arion.
Yeah.
Like that's when we see like Maker trying to reach his son, and I think Baylor at that point was trying to stop him, and I think he just turned and smacked him with like a mace, and I think it was a strong hit. And then we see at the end
that unfortunately he has a big open wound in the back of his head.
Yeah.
And doesn't make it.
And it was super sad because Duncan was like Baylor was dope, man. He freaking came in, had no reason to, other than just, the oath of being a true knight, being like, hey, this guy deserves like to have a fair trial, and being like joining in on that and stuff. Yes. I'm like, he didn't need. He's a prince, bro.
Yeah, and then go against his family at the same time in a way. It's saying like, hey, being the will of the knight is more, there's more honor in that than my own family. And Dunk had also like pledged his allegiance to him, and unfortunately,
but then he passed. Passes. Which was like a horrible there was no way. There was no way. I guess the helmet was keeping him safe.
Yeah, but even so.
Yeah, it was super sad. So now I'm concerned because the one Targaryen that was on his side, I mean, Egg is also on his side, but the one Targaryen with power currently that was on his side is dead. Yeah. What does this mean? Are they going to let Duncan go? Or is there something more that might happen? I don't know.
I don't know either.
But he did win. Yeah. So I think the trial being concluded, I think,
proved that he was in the right, or that he was like telling the truth in a way, or something like that.
I don't know about any of that. I think I think Arion just takes back his accusation or something.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's supposed to like also signify like the gods, will like. That's
based on the previous trial. Yeah, you could take that. Saying. Yeah.
That being said, I think this is the vision came true.
The dragon fell. That was sad. I really like Bale, and I really like the actor who played him. Like he was this calm, collected dude, very, very like humble. That was a character who was humble. He looked at everybody, and there was no like disrespect between like anybody.
Good guys never survive.
So that's one thing that everybody was mentioning was that our previous statements about like in Game of Thrones, the world, it's good people. The very idea of like good people doing the best they can, and like that's what matters. What matters is like you're still willing to go against like evil. Yeah. And there is something true to that. Even if it doesn't work out, like. There's still something true to trying to do good, which I think is admirable. I think you need to have good characters even in a darker world. But I think this world, what it does really well is that it doesn't, at least to me, I haven't read the books, but from the shows, at least to me, it signifies that being good is not automatically means that you will succeed. Yeah. Maybe the good that you're trying to do may occur somewhere down the line. Maybe by someone else. Maybe someone else gets inspired by what you did or what you sacrificed or how you died, whatever. So the actual intention and the will of that might survive, but the characters, I mean, any character can go. Except for the main character.
Except for Duncan.
I do not see Duncan dying, okay? And I do not want him to die, because then how do we get season 2? We can't just have Egg walking around. So I will see, it can't just be Egg. It got to be Duncan and Egg.
Yeah. But we should probably get started. I think.
No, we got 30 minutes. We got 10. We got a minute more.
Discussion after.
Listen, there's gonna be a little thing in the YouTube thing. We just go to reaction.
Silly, an hour and a half.
Hey, this is the season finale.
This is the season.
We're not gonna come back to this till next year, maybe. So let's just properly enjoy this. Last thing I'm gonna say, what ultimately a lot of these discussions have showed me, and I've loved these discussions, is just how much care and love like you guys and the fans have for this world. And we're coming at it from the shows. We're so new to all of this, but we just love just how just amazing like you guys are with the comments, like how much you show both your love for this stories, but also your knowledge, and how you share with us without like spoiling what's actually going to happen. Just it's super awesome. So thank you for that. Thank you. That is awesome. Yeah, for sure. And the other thing I was going to say is that we can only make, at least on my end, I can only make a lot of these judgments based off of the show. Because we don't have the context of the books, there's sometimes I think there's a little bit of this difficulty of what the book is trying to imply and how it's showcased on the show, and I think how we take it. So the whole thing of like going back to the area, and I'm not gonna go into the whole battle thing again, but in the books, I'm sure Arion was explained to be something more dangerous.
Yeah.
And I think the show, at least to me, didn't reflect it the same way. And I think that might have been just one of those things where maybe if they had added extra scenes, they could have changed things. So my comments are going to be more coming towards the show and what it's showing me. What the show is trying to tell me about the story, about the characters and stuff like that. Like the whole Arlen situation stuff, the additional lore that you guys are dropping is just really helps contextualize everything even more. So it's cool. It's awesome. And I'm sad that this is going to be the last episode. So yeah. We got to 30 minutes.
We got to 30 minutes. All right, let's do it. Without further ado.
Without further ado.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Oh, Minor boy. I don't know. Oh, he's depressed. He's so beaten up.
He's just not happy. I get it, man.
Been a wonderful tournament.
Wonderful tournament.
Shame it's all over.
He's saging him.
Home is
It's getting rid of all the
bad juju.
The bad juju, man, because it's following him.
brutally dull.
I mean, he got hit by like everything, man. God dang.
You could come with me.
Hey.
Yeah, we'll hunt and hawk and sharpen that iron of yours so you don't make such a grand fool of yourself next time.
The man is dying, my lord.
What?
His wounds, they have mortified it. It's beyond my abilities.
Oh, yeah, this fucking girl, mate. Beyond your... An itchy asshole is beyond your abilities,
I
my
love
friend.
mine.
Be gone.
Oh my god.
It's fine. You're fine. He's a terrible maester.
You're fine.
Don't worry about it.
You're not dying.
He looks fine. I mean, he's not like losing. I mean, it hurts.
Come with me to Storm's End,
Storm's End.
and I will love you like a brother.
Aww.
And if
I love
not,
the yellow. It's so pretty.
Mm-hmm.
oh, fuck you. I'll hate you like a brother.
Brother
Works
either
both
way.
ways.
Brother either way.
Oh.
All I do is bring pain and suffering to those around me.
You've done the realm of kindness. You'll see that one day. The only good dragon is a dead dragon.
Oh, that's not good.
Taylor fought for me. He gave his fucking life. Can you speak of him with a little respect, please?
Fuck that. And fuck you.
Dang.
Yeah.
I fought for you. Harding Beesbury, the fucking apple boy, we fought for you.
True.
Your prince fought for you against men sworn
Yeah.
to protect him. He risked nothing.
That's not true.
And the gods don't favor a fraud.
He definitely risked his life in that context.
But he makes a good point, man. Your
Then why
homies
they
are still
favor
there
me?
with you.
This is not favor. This is mockery.
Oof.
Dang.
There's a war coming.
Yeah.
We could be a force, you and I.
That's what I was saying. Like, there's like some
You'll be
build up
serious?
of like something's happening.
Oh.
You know, I don't think people are not happy with Targaryen,
Good.
and I think he
Caravan departs after
inadvertently
the
showed
rest.
by taking down
After the roast.
Arion.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Your focus is what'd you say? Oh, the last thing. Sorry, yeah.
He's like, the
Gang, the heir to the Iron Throne. Down, gone.
Hand of King Daeron the Good.
So now who becomes king?
Daeron was always king. He was not.
Sorry, but who's the next in line?
It would
May
be
the gods
Maker.
keep him free.
Makeover. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. What I was saying was before was like there's like you can see the build up of like Duncan having won against Arion Targaryen, making him yield, and at the same time in that fight Baelor dying, like it's building up. I think that resentment and that anger that
My
there
prince.
might be another war coming.
Oh, gotcha.
Your father, he was
This is okay. So this is his son.
Oh.
a great man.
Was
Died in my armor.
yeah, because you wore that.
Plenty of
armor.
sons have died in their father's armor. How many fathers have died in their
Daeron?
sons?
What's that hand? No. Baylor was him king, but
I like his like white streak though. It's so cool.
He was still
Yeah.
young.
looks dope.
The greatest since Aegon the Dragon.
I buy that for sure.
Why would the gods take him and leave you?
Because he's Dunk.
It's Dunk.
I've wondered the same.
The guilt must be heavy, man.
Yes.
Be gone with you, Sir Duncan.
Survivor's guilt.
Yeah, I mean, survivor's guilt and you.
And everybody's like judging him, like being like, yeah.
I don't know if they're upset with him though.
I don't know.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't.
so confused.
I don't. I mean, I don't think they're judging. I think they're realizing, like I said, I personally think that there's
Oh,
something
that's true.
building here.
Okay.
I don't know if they're looking at it in the sense of like, oh God, how could you?
from Baelor's funeral.
Hey, Raymond.
I can't believe you
You
went.
saw how Raymond hated Targaryens.
Thought I
That's
owed it
true.
to him.
So
That's true. I don't know then. I'm making two assumptions
yeah,
without even
you're
knowing
just
nothing.
like, this is what's going
They're
down.
judging him.
Everybody,
Don't judge my boy
blames me
dog.
for his death, don't they?
Everybody
Oh.
blames me for the what?
From his death, for his death.
I don't.
Maybe they like. See, that's the thing. I don't know how much they like Baylor.
Yeah,
the people.
that's what I'm saying.
They definitely didn't like Arya.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
Oh,
I
that's
love
so-
Raymond.
Rainbow's a real homie, man.
I'm so
I mean,
glad
he's a
to
real
see.
homie.
Yeah. That's a bro hug. He's like, okay, bro, that's enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. A little cliche.
People are gonna think the wrong idea.
Stefan took my tent. Said I betrayed the family by abandoning him.
Oh,
Can you believe
so
that?
his tent.
Left him a little house. Sorry,
That's messed up.
I don't be. He's just mad that he lost.
But he survived, that guy.
First trial of 7 in
That
100
sucks.
years,
I
and
like
Lord
him.
Stefan Fossaway got beat by his little cousin.
Damn.
Kicked his ass.
It's better to be an unripe green apple than a wormy
I
red one.
like that.
Wormy red one. That's a nice shield.
Suits you.
Aw.
I think I broke
I
one
love green
ribs.
apples, so I like them more. Oh,
Oh, got
okay,
it.
well, they can't take the wrong message now.
So Duncan, this is Rowan.
Let's go. Raymond.
Of the green apple Fossaways.
The green apple.
My wife.
Pleased to meet you, Sir Duncan.
He has a wife?
Right. Pleased to meet you too, Lady Rowan. She come and watch the trial. Said I fought like a wild bull.
Wait, did they get married before or now?
I have no idea.
Green apple Fossaways? Either way.
I don't know.
It doesn't
I had to see to my wounds.
It's love.
And she offered to help me out my armour. and-
Yeah, there we go. It happened now.
One thing led to another.
Somebody got a good ending, bro.
Anyway, she said I've got a with child now, so I figured we ought to get married.
I got her with child.
Feels like a boy.
You heard that, Sir Duncan? A boy.
He's like, I don't know.
That's
I was like,
That's so fast.
you're good, bro.
Sir Duncan, Prince Maekar demands a word.
Miakar. I can also
He's
know how to
with
say
us.
it right.
He's not going
Miakar.
anywhere. He's been through enough. It's fine.
Congratulations.
Man, got messed up.
Poor boy. He's no. I stole him. Nothing.
Still,
As an infected.
still survived.
He's still
But he also had a leg wound as a kid, so I'm just like, he'll make. Give him a couple of days. Give him a couple of
Gotta
days,
shake off
a couple
the
of food, a
infection.
little bit of
Yeah.
food,
a bit of
a little
food.
bit of food. He'll be fine. Have him party a little bit, be good.
I'm sending Arion to the east.
Okay.
Why?
Are you crazy, bro? He's an insane Targaryen.
But what's in the east side?
The free cities. You see, you don't know. It's like another continent.
Some men will say I meant to kill my brother.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
The gods know it is a lie, but I will hear the whispers to the day I die.
True. But I know he didn't do it though.
You swung the mace,
Yeah.
my lord.
Because we saw like
But it
he
was
wasn't
for
even
me
looking.
Prince Baelor died. You will hear them whisper as well. The king is old. When he dies, each time a battle is lost, or the fools will say Baelor would not have let it happen.
Dang.
He was the hope, man.
It was a hoe.
He lost the
Hedge
hope.
fight killed him.
If I had not fought, you would have had my hand. I've sat under the tree this morning. And I asked, could I have spared one?
I could do it without a leg, go work.
I mean, how can a foot be worth a prince's life?
I was thinking the same thing.
What answer does
How
a
is-
tree give you?
What do you
You
think,
can
Doc?
either waste, or you can.
Every day at evenfall.
Oh,
Sir Adam would say, I wonder what the morrow will bring. Mightn't it be that some morrow will come when I'll have need of that foot, when the realm will need that foot even more than a prince's life?
There we go. That's a good way to look at it.
Uh-huh.
Maybe a
The
reason
realm
why he
has
survived,
as many
man.
hedge knights as hedges.
But not Dunk. Not Dunk.
Yeah.
He's
But-
going to be important.
He can waste his life, or he can take it as an opportunity that has been.
My youngest son seems to have grown fond of you, sir. But he tells me he will serve no knight but you.
That's right.
Dang.
He's an unruly boy, as you would have noticed.
Oh, he's a good lad. Just needs a stern hand. That's all.
He needs a stern hand.
Will you have him?
Oh.
Do they get to be together?
Me? There is a place for you at Summer Hall. You'll swear your sword to me, and Aegon can squire for you while you train him. My master-at-arms will finish your own training.
Finish your own training. Okay.
So
But yeah,
you'll have much
He
to
only
learn.
trained with a 60, 50-year-old man, so
Yeah. Yeah.
that's fair. What do you
Beg
think?
your pardon, Lord.
I
I
don't
do.
know if I can live that long.
But I think I'm done with princes.
Yeah.
Fair enough, man. Yeah, fair enough. After
Yeah.
everything.
I mean, he said right under the tree that I don't think I'm bringing good fortune to anybody near me. He probably thinks like being near Egg he might cause more problems for him.
Yeah.
Because he feels Baylor died because of him, right? So
Yeah.
technically, kind of, in a way, yeah.
Are you spying?
Yeah.
He's a little spy boy.
No.
A little spy. Oh, he's a little liar. I like it.
Gotta beat the lying out of it.
No, we need it. You need Egg to be able to do that.
Not too dog. Everybody else should.
He can tell.
Can't, Egg.
He can tell.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Physically.
Mentally.
Maybe you're not the knight I thought you were.
Ooh.
Kick him while he's down. Go for it. Just.
No, I mean, he wants to be with him.
Yes.
He's a little kid. He's gonna be upset with a little child Egg.
Yeah.
It's a little
Kids
egg.
can be so mean.
They can be.
They
They
can
do
be
not
so
have any filter.
No.
They will tell you how it is.
I had my
You heard this story
fair share of
before.
kicks. I'm like, ah.
Ooh, wait.
Many times.
From where?
From you.
Look how he looked before all this shit went down. It's episode 1. Just-
Peaceful, beautiful.
Just pooping, just having a good time. Lost Ireland, but now look at him.
May I ask
We've
you?
been through
When a
stuff. though.
lord calls his banners and sends us boys off to war, it's custom for each to nail a penny to the oak in the square. And if we return, to take it down. It's often hard to find a spare bit to nail a new penny.
Why did you never knight me?
Oh.
Did you think I'd leave you? I wouldn't have.
You dead?
Oh my gosh.
There was something else.
So he's dead? Oh, man.
Sir?
Dang, that would be such a messed up move. Why didn't you ever knight me? Fuck.
Sir?
I'm just saying, what a whole move at that moment.
Sir?
I shouldn't be laughing at that moment.
I know.
Why didn't you ever knight me? I'm oh, it is sad though. I'm sorry.
No, you're
I'm
okay.
sorry. That sucks. That sucks, Duncan.
And that's why they call it the penny tree.
He just froze.
A true knight always finishes a story.
Aw, that's sweet. That's sweet. So did he knight him?
I don't think so.
Or was that in his head?
Oh, I don't know.
Did he imagine that moment?
How did they get the bees to swarm like that?
Oh, that's
Oh, that's the.
cool.
Is that the?
Some sort of magic?
Magic?
What?
Would they put the queen in Beesbury's coffin?
Beesbury? Yeah.
Aww.
Oh.
That's
That was
right.
the-
That's-
yeah.
Insane.
Serving boy.
Eat shit, sir. Them little kids, man. Oh, wait. Who did he hear? He looks a little upset.
I think it's Lionel.
No, I don't think he'd be upset. Yeah.
Hey, did he get the one smack?
Yeah, I think so. He got the one smack.
You've no shame coming here.
You're a good drink, man. I know. You know how it is.
Those men are dead because of you.
Did he kill them or was it somebody else?
No, he just. No, he was gonna knock himself out. I mean, get knocked out. He doesn't want to
You
fight.
take Egg to Squire.
I want to know more about his
Told your
visions.
father. He's not my concern.
You know, my brother wasn't always such a little monster.
Which one?
Yeah.
Egg is no monster. It's just a bully.
I was
I
gonna
didn't
say.
mean Egg.
Yeah, I was like,
No doubt we'll make a man of him too.
That's an interesting. You know what?
That's
I'm
a
gonna
season
note that
Plans
down.
are sown in the womb, as the maesters say. But Arian was quite the glad child once.
That kid was a good kid. Damn.
He liked fishing.
Now he breaks fingers. Rip on him, man. Look at the clothes.
yeah.
Wasn't like
We gotta get some of these clothes. I think. I'm just saying.
For Comic Con.
For Comic Con, I just want them generally. I wanna wake up. I wanna do a reaction wearing that next time it comes out, just so I can look freaking dope.
Yeah.
It looks so cool, man.
Oh,
It's coming back. Coming back. Screw that.
No.
Tired of that. Ooh, what happened to the knife? Uh-oh.
I don't know. Oh no, I don't know.
We know Egg wanted him dead.
Oh yeah, that's.
Is he gonna do it?
I mean, he's got the knife for it. He's got that Targaryen blood.
He got that commitment. He might do it, Kim. Though those eyes are not. They're committed.
I don't know. Don't do it.
What do you mean don't do it? I thought you wanted him dead. Oh. It's not a good look. Nah, you know how it goes sometimes. Brother-sibling rivalry. Guy stab him in his sleep, you know.
I mean, that's true. His brother used to torture him when he was going to.
I don't think he was here for torture. Oh, okay, cool. I thought he was gonna get it. He gets it.
Yeah.
He gets
like,
it. He's like, your brother's
know.
fucked up, bro. You have a messed up brother. Yeah, make her realize it. Miyakor.
what?
Miyakor.
Sir Duncan.
I missed it. Oh! Duncan's back!
Duncan egg? Dude. That's true. Either he can try to influence him to be good.
He wants to make a good egg out of him.
Good
I want you
egg.
to know I do not blame you for ruining my name day. It was a rotten thing they've done to you. And you were right in your reply.
Oh, wasn't she the one who called him stupid?
Thanks.
Yeah.
And oh, that's nice of her at least.
She apologized.
Yeah, she was in tears, man. Oh yeah.
Speak quick. I'm near rid of this place.
Before your brother died, he said the realm needed good men. I will take Egg to Squire,
Ooh.
Yeah.
but not at Summerhall.
Oh.
Oh, where to?
I thought you were done with princes.
Egg is no prince, not yet. Might be he's better served away from castles and servants and
Family.
I mean, you guys are a little fucked up. Not gonna lie. You don't have a good track record. One's a
If you would
drunk,
consent.
one's insane.
I would bring him on the road with me.
Oh, make him a hedge knight?
Sleep
Come
in
on
inns,
now.
Inspire side.
stables,
That's a good idea.
now and again in the halls of some landed knight or lesser lordling.
Yeah, bring him out. Bring him out of this.
But he will
Maybe
learn
under a
the
tree
world.
when we must.
Yep.
I forbid him to live as a peasant. Egg on his blood of the dragon.
Yeah.
He cannot sleep in ditches and eat hard salt beef.
What's wrong with hard salt beef? That sounds delicious.
Not soft salt beef, that's why.
All the beef Arian ever ate was taken rare and bloody.
Look at your sons, bro.
Yeah.
They didn't turn out well. Come on, man.
He's my last son.
Alright. There's a fourth one, but I don't think he gave a fuck. Or maybe he's not born yet. I don't know. But I also get where he's coming from. He's like, man, look, all my sons are fucked up.
He's like, it's my last. Okay, so it's probably my last good one.
Here's
One's
my
the
last
drunk,
good one.
The other one is the psycho.
Sweetfoot.
Oh, Sweetfoot.
What? she escape? I hope she escaped.
And got all the way here. Oh, we
we
got him. Raven's the boy, man.
So mine will want you for a stag. Storm End's a sad place. Figured an old friend might brighten it up for you.
You bought me a horse.
Oh, that's sweet.
I won't be going with Lionel.
What will you do then?
What I should have done all
Be on the
along.
road, man.
Ride hard in the other direction. What about you?
Father always spoke about building out the cider business.
I like it. I like it. You got a wife,
Yeah.
got a kid.
Cider's
Well-
a good one.
May or may not be yours.
Should have your sweet foot
That's
back
okay.
in any matter.
Details, you know.
There's no DNA tests.
Yeah. just-
Unless you're a Targaryen with white hair that you know is going to be a problem,
Fine.
you're fine.
Yeah.
We're fine.
Not anymore.
Oh.
I think an orchard might suit her better.
Oh.
What?
For,
I can't.
for a real night. Which is actually a real
Are you
night.
certain? She's a fine animal.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, horse. Come on.
She would love apples.
And you got green apples.
You like apples?
I love green apples.
Oh, it's like
Hell yeah. That's love right there.
dude.
I like green apples more than red apples personally too.
Yeah.
So I like a little bit of that.
The sour with
the
the-
sourness. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love me a good green apple. So Raven's good in my book.
Mhm.
That's the foster ways I would go with. That's the side of
The
goodness
green
I'm down for.
apples.
Oh, is he working on the penny? Yeah, it sounds like it. Was he taking out from the sword? Yeah, because the sword had the penny in it. Oh yeah, I think that's what he's doing, Kim. Oh, that's freaking sweet, man.
Yeah.
That's for Arlen right there.
That's for
Hell yeah. Penny tree in the elm tree. Hell.
that's awesome. I thought it was oak tree. Is it? Did I write that right?
Was it oak? I don't know if it was oak.
Penny in the oak tree.
No, I think here it was an elm
Yeah.
tree. Because they were under the elm tree.
I don't know, Chestnut. Stop asking me.
Chestnut and the other's thunder.
Yeah.
Wherever, man.
Thunder is the war horse, right?
Yeah.
Sir Duncan!
Oh,
I'm like, did you escape or did you get permission?
My Lord Father says I am to serve you.
I wouldn't trust it.
You don't trust the egg?
No. We've been through this. Let me just go
Serve
jump.
you. Sir.
It is.
Serve you, sir.
It
Chestnut's
don't
yours.
matter. Well, it's
Treat
true
her
actually.
kindly.
There probably would have been some
And I don't want to find you on Thunder unless I put you there.
some knights or something would have brought him here, right?
Where are we going, sir?
Wait, you think he?
Don't know.
I think he left.
Suppose we could go anywhere in the Seven Kingdoms, though I've never been
Nine.
to Dublin.
Oh, there's 9.
The
What?
Nine Kingdoms?
I don't know.
There are 9 kingdoms, sir.
The Knight of the
Of
Seven
what?
Kingdoms.
Let us know in the comments about the 9 kingdoms, please.
Are you mad? There's 7 kingdoms of the realm, boy. Everyone knows that.
Oh, they may be.
Then everyone is wrong.
Do you want to clout in the ear?
Crownlands,
Oh, there we go. He's letting him know.
Stormlands, Riverlands, the Iron Islands, the North, the Reach, the Vale of Arran, and Dawn.
You're like, wait a second. I can't count.
No, but
Never been over the Red Mountains before. I hear they have good publishers in Dawn.
Hey, maybe we'll see her again.
Yeah, that's true.
I love it. I love this, man. Ah,
Okay, yeah, I'm excited for season 2.
I want to see their adventures.
Heck
Yeah.
yeah.
Duncan Eggman. Oh.
Arlen riding with them in spirit.
No, it's time. You know, he's going his way. Now it's them. The Night of the 9 Kingdoms. Cause it's come on now.
Oh.
Oh, it looks fucked up. Okay, I think you were right. I think you were right. Yeah, that makes sense. Like why there was no one with him.
I was like, ain't no way.
Yeah, I think Baker would at least show up.
Or he gave him money or something.
Yeah.
Where's Aegon?
I've not seen him, my prince. No last deceptions.
Where the fuck is he?
That's great.
Told us so.
That was a short episode, man. That was like only like 20 minutes or something.
Yeah, is there anything?
9 minutes. No, that's
there's no end credit scenes.
No, there's like making of and stuff. Maybe we'll do like an episode watching all the making of. Cool. Yeah, we could do something like that later. But no, that's it. That's it.
Y'all.
Well, that was awesome.
That was awesome. Hell yeah.
That was pretty sweet.
Dude.
I liked it. So it wasn't like an intense episode. It was more like an epilogue to the intense episode that happened last.
Which I prefer those.
I mean, you do need a moment to breathe, and if it is like you want to also, it ended in a really sweet note. Yeah, that was awesome. I like it. I'm excited, man.
Raymond was the one who got like the happiest ending ever.
Raymond? I mean, Raymond's set, man.
Dude, he got orchard place, you know, married into a good family, has a kid on the way, got the girl.
I don't know whose kid it is. That's the only part that I'm a little...
We're not questioning.
We're not going to question it, though, because it's all about love. You know what I mean? It's all about love. Wherever you get it, I guess. Hey, I'm just saying. No, Raymond's the boy. He's awesome.
I think that would have been Dunk's story. He gets the girl at the end. Everybody lives. He becomes, you know, like a knight for Baylor, but nah.
Yeah, whatever. But you know, hey, he could be a knight for Aegon whenever Egg grows up.
You know what?
What?
Maybe that's why he lived. But you know how Lionel told him it was a mockery. Maybe it's a mockery because he's not a knight. So all of that happened, and he was also lying about being a knight. That's my theory. So the gods were like, hey, here's how we're going to punish you. We'll let you live, but kill that one guy. It's just my own conspiracy theory.
I can see that.
World.
I think what I would take it is more what he was saying, you know, like, why, like, was my foot, like, keeping my foot worth more than a prince's life? And his thought was that, Duncan's thought was that maybe the realm one day might need me with my foot more than the prince.
That's true.
So there's also a chance that, you know, there's a greater purpose that he has. And at least that's how Dunk is taking it.
Yeah. And that's a better positive.
And also, to be fair to your point, though, that's coming from Lionel, who's, I think, looking at it in a very darker way compared to how Duncan's looking at it. Like, Duncan's looking at it in a more hopeful way.
Yeah.
I think Lionel is looking at it from the, like, resentment and really he did not like Targaryens. Like, I think this is I have no idea what happens after, but I'm pretty sure this is a build-up for a war or rebellion or something like that. Because and I think this was like a spark that really built it up even more. Yeah. You probably one of the best in line, like, Targaryen to rule is dead. Because Baylor would have been amazing as a king. Everybody pretty much agrees on that. Even his son, like, you know, seems so much more reasonable and good compared to Aerion and everything. So I think he raised his son much better. So maybe his son it would be Maekor, and then see, that's the thing too. The thing is the whole idea of, like, whenever you have siblings and they're not on each other's side, then you have their kids. So it could be
because, like, okay, so
who rules?
Just really quickly, so Maekar would be the next in line, right? But then
I don't know.
Okay,
I'm thinking, but
y'all let us know,
because I think Baylor is the firstborn. I'm pretty sure he's the older brother. Yeah. So if the older brother dies, does the younger brother become king? But what happens to the older brother's son? Like, when does he take over?
Oh, that's true. And I don't know if the king has any.
I think those are the two.
Yeah.
We haven't heard any more.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking. Like, I don't know, Baylor's son at some point. Whose name I'm trying to remember?
Because, like,
I'm missing his name right now.
What I'm trying to figure
out. I know
out.
it was mentioned before.
What I'm trying to figure out is, like, how does Egg become king?
I think a lot of people die.
Based on the vision.
A lot of people
die. But
if that does happen, yeah.
Because, like, what I'm thinking is, like, let's say Maekar is the next in line, and these two, Baylor's dead, the king dies, so Maekar is next. Maekar also looks like he's about to, you know.
No, that's just the white hair. They have that look because Targaryens have white hair.
He was just, like, limping, and he was kind of
That's from the fight.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, what?
Duncan
Who
was limping.
knows? Who knows? Maybe the Civil War, whatever happens.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it's
Yeah.
gonna be like a civil war, and then, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm done.
Uh, Go.
I don't know. That's all I got.
No, you were saying that after Maekar, who would be in line? Would it be his sons or would it be Baelor's son? And if it's Baelor's son, then would his sons be okay with it, or vice versa?
Then Egg has like all these other brothers before him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it could be a civil war.
Yeah.
I think it could be that, but I also think with the addition of Lionel and what he's saying, I think the whole thing of losing Baelor and then also Duncan winning and beating down, Dragon basically. I think this both it can be looked in so many ways. On the Targaryen side, like Maker said, right? Everyone's going to look at this scenario as the Hedge Knight and Maker killed one of the best people to have ever ruled, which is Baelor. But I also look at it from the context of from people who hate Targaryens, which there are quite a few from what I've heard. Raymond doesn't like Targaryens, neither does Lionel. So I'm guessing that there's people who dislike, and even the theater of the dragon getting killed and everything. Like there's definitely some resentment towards Aeron, especially when he stabbed the champion. Humphrey again. I'm trying to remember his name, but yeah, he stabbed him. He fell, broke his leg. They were, there was a whole all the people rushing out of the gates, or the stands, and they were upset. Mm-hmm. So I think there's already also a hatred of Targaryens, and this trial pretty much showed someone taking down a Targaryen and also Targaryen dying.
Yeah.
So it could also reasonably look like, hey, you know what? Their time might be coming to an end.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
I think it's both. Yeah. I think it's both ends. I think you could look at it in those.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it is both. I think in a world both can exist too. That makes sense. Some people are going to be like, another one bites the dust. It's not going to affect us, And other people are going to be like, but Baelor was a good one. He was the one,
Yeah.
So, yeah, I can see both.
And maybe it even makes even the people who are for Targaryens because of Baelor now dying would be like, oh shoot, does that mean his evil quote unquote brother who killed him is going to take charge, and his son is nuts. There's so many of those, which it's interesting how it will go. There's a lot to the world that is simmering. That's the main thing I can describe. This show has been very contained on Duncan and Egg, but what I really like is that there's, based on the comments and moments with other characters, you can start telling that there's something going on, and this is an important pivotal moment, not just for the two characters and keep it very grounded to just them two, but I feel like it's the ripple effects are so big. Mm-hmm. Prince died, and Targaryens are not liked, and then there's a chance of a rebellion coming. There's all of these are this was in the center, So I think the repercussions of this are going to be way more, and maybe we'll in season 2, and I'm down for multiple seasons of this. Absolutely. I'm down for them. I'm down for little Egg to grow up to big Egg.
Oh my god!
Finally hatch into a dragon. I'm down for all of that. That'd be awesome.
Little Egg hatching. I love that.
Yeah, it's good. That's little Egg hatches to Egg.
Yeah. And they'll see it from the people's perspective.
Yes.
Instead of which I remember at least in the beginning of Game of Thrones, it was always seen from the people in charge or the higher.
Yeah, because it was about the thrones. So who would be in power for the throne, right? So it's not as much looking at a random person or just a knight, they would be focused on.
Which also makes me think that I'm hoping that knowing Dunk being the good knight, he probably might help people along the way, and then maybe his goodness spreads that way, like you said, like that foot that he needs might be good for the kingdom. You know? And later on, it
there's a lot of theories. A lot of cool ways it can go.
I'm really excited. Yeah. I'm so excited.
Yeah, they're going to be working on season 2 pretty soon. So
have they said anything yet?
They've already casted a bunch of people. I think they're going to start shooting by next year, maybe.
Oh, I hope so.
I hope so. It will be a great show to get into, and it's also there's the thing I really love about this show is that there is these intense moments, these dark moments, but then there's also just like comedy.
Yeah.
This genuine comedy and like this relief that you get from, because Game of Thrones can get very intense, and House of Dragon you haven't seen can get very intense. And there's some comedy in there. There's dark comedy in there.
Yeah.
But here it's like there's genuine comedy where you can laugh and get a chance to breathe from those intense moments.
Yeah.
So this is a show that I would honestly like if for you example, like you have a trouble with like intense shows.
Yes.
I would be like definitely recommending this show, because I'd be like, there's gonna be intense moments, but there's gonna be like fun moments to let you breathe and have fun too. And that balance is gonna like carry through the show. So it doesn't feel like it sucks that Baylor died and it's really sad, but then in this episode by the end of it we're smiling. So like I think it's just a great like transition in that. So I'm hoping this show keeps going, because I think that they've hit a perfect balance in my opinion of where people can really, new folks who are maybe turned off by Game of Thrones or by the way it ended, or they just want a fresh story that's kind of just medieval fantasy, potentially fantasy, but this seems more like, I don't know how much magic is going to be in this. There is dragons that exist later and before, but not in this period. So this might be more. Yeah, visions do exist. So technically there is like some very light magic. Maybe we'll see. I don't know. I haven't read the other books. I mean, I haven't read this book either, but like I haven't read how the story will go forward. So maybe there's magic, maybe there's not, but it's a good, just, like medieval story. Like it's a cool knight story, cool knight journey to have. The characters are just great. Duncan and Egg carry this so well, but also the supporting characters.
Yes.
Raymond is amazing. Lionel is great. And
Baylor,
yeah, we get a chance. Maker also is complex, man. I mean, you're dealing with a guy, someone who loved his brother. Obviously, there's no way he meant to do that. Like you could see.
I think two things. One, he did see his son was gonna die, so I also get that, like that anger of like you're protecting this random hedge knight instead of your nephew, and having a little bit of that anger too.
Sure.
So it might have not been like, hey, I'm gonna kill you for the throne. It could have just been like, hey, I'm trying to protect my son. So I can also get that.
I think it's that.
But yeah.
Yeah.
But
do you think like you think he actually resented him enough to want him dead though?
I mean, you're seeing your son about to die, right? And you're seeing that his uncle is not doing anything to protect him. So I that's what I'm saying. Like, coming from an aunt, I can see that even if my nephew's a little dipshit.
I mean, if your nephew was Arion level,
I would be like, I grew up old school, y'all. So I'd be like, come here before you even get there. Like, come here, your mommy doing it. Come here.
little cloud in the ear, as he's like to say, just a little bit, flick his ear. No, I don't think he meant to do it.
My nephew's a sweetheart.
I don't think he meant to do it, because I just remember in that scene he wasn't even looking where he was swinging.
Oh, okay. So he might have just seen like,
he was being held back.
Yeah.
And he was just like, I got to get to my son who was getting beat down.
Gotcha.
So I don't think he meant to do it. And also you could just see like, there's no reason for him to confess what he felt in that moment to Dunk. That, hey, everyone's going to look at me like I meant to kill my brother.
Yeah.
I felt like that was truthful. I felt like that wasn't his intention. And I think they both are sharing this heavy guilt of, we killed one of the best people that could have led this kingdom to something better, and they're gone. But now there's a chance of someone else that could rise up, which is Egg. But also, I do like Baylor's son, and I'm not gonna look up the name right now because I can't find it in my notes, or maybe it is in my notes, but I can't find specifically. That's okay. I'll look it up later. But his son also seemed like honorable, just from those few scenes. So there's still hope. It is like a very dark moment. And this is going to this. I wanted to talk about one thing that was. It's both in relation to the show, but also in general. I've seen this a lot. Kids who are raised under powerful families, like we've seen in like real world examples of like kids raised by under dictators, under like royalty, under just people with power, and even like celebrities, stuff like that. We've seen like there's quite a few examples of kids not turning out well. You know what I mean? And it's an interesting like thought of, Arion when basically I think it was Darren, right, who was saying that Aerion was a good kid back in the day, and then
something happened, or
I think it's just the family, the way. To me, I don't even know if it's fully like. So you haven't seen Game of Thrones. Do you know at all about someone called Joffrey?
See the bearded.
No, never mind. Okay, so that's okay. You don't have to go into. It's just I feel that character is so, in a way, infamous.
Oh, is he like also the blonde kid? That's also a little asshole.
Yes,
Okay.
there you go. That's what I'm saying. He's popular enough that I feel like he transcends a little bit of the Game of Thrones.
Okay.
The actor did a great job. His name is Jack Nielsen, I think. I don't know how I remember his name, but that kid, like, he did such a great job. He was hated.
Yeah.
And I'm like, my man just like was like, I'm gonna retire from acting for a little bit.
Dude.
I think he also wanted to follow up other things, but he just did such a good job of playing like such an asshole that you just couldn't separate him.
That's
You know what I
hard
mean?
because it's
rough.
like, yeah, it's like respect to his acting skill, but I get it. Like if I see Umbridge, it sounds like from Harry Potter.
Oh, I see.
She also did an amazing, amazing job.
It's true. It's fair.
Sometimes it's hard.
Sometimes the roles you become like the actor cannot be separated from the role.
It's crazy,
But going back to what I was saying, sorry.
That's a whole other topic.
Yeah.
Into that.
What I was thinking was like, is it more like, yes, abuse is one thing, but I don't see Maker, for example, being like as abusive of a person comparatively, but maybe. But what I'm thinking is like also power. When you're brought up in power, I think you kind of lose track of like what is considered okay, what is considered like. What is considered like morally good, because when you have power, you're able to do things that other people don't have the means or the resources to do.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to do things like you don't have to worry about cleaning your. I'm just going to be very simple. For example, cleaning your room, or worry about like needing how to learn how to drive. You can have a driver doing that for you. You always have people around you that will protect you. You can kind of buy people off or buy problems away, and I think there's definitely like a mental effect that I think kids would probably have in that, growing up in that power, to just not see the world for what it is and see the world from like a very different lens, that almost like from a mountaintop, and it kind of becomes easy to step on people and not even feel like you did something wrong. Yeah. And I think Aerion, to me, showed a very like Joffrey was more sadistic. Like he really enjoyed those moments. From Aerion, like one thing I will say about this actor and like kind of how they portrayed it, and I don't know if the books show this in the same way, but to me, Aerion, while also very like dark in what he did, there's almost this like he really, I think, just sees that he is a dragon. Like there's this almost like a delusion, because he's not like mocking people as much. Like Joffrey would mock and like cause pain to just the pleasure of it. So I was like, that kid is truly like psychotic. And here it's more like he's just lost like feeling empathy for people under him. Like he's breaking the finger because he's like, she killed the dragon and dragons are not supposed to lose. I'm not supposed to lose. Like there's a delusion that's built off of it. And that's where like I'm like Aerion being a good kid before, and then becoming this. I see that a little bit more, because it doesn't seem like he just innately gets pleasure out of hurting people. It's more like he believes that this is how it is. That's what I'm seeing from the show.
Okay, I see what you're saying. So it's kind of like
nurture versus nature. I think it's more nurture that got him to this point.
Nurture?
Nurture's environment.
Okay.
You know how there's a nature versus nurture?
Yeah, but
so nature is like, so to me, like Joffrey would be nature. And what I mean by that is like, first he's born in an incestuous relationship because the siblings.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah. So those kids go. I mean, we saw that first episode.
I did.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't know that?
I didn't know.
It's okay. It's. I don't think it's that much of a secret.
Yeah, I don't even know. I'm gonna actually go back and
We're gonna watch it.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna get you ready for Game of Thrones. It's okay, but like the whole idea of like, we know in royalty, like that used to be kind of done in the past, and that creates like a lot of mental issues. So that to me is like a nature thing of like that kid
Okay.
might have just been messed up in the head from the being born up, right? Sadistic, a psychotic, or psychopathic, whatever the case may be. So that I think is a lot more possible in that like more nature than nurture. And I think here it might have been just nurture that made him that way.
Because like to me, I think about it when I think of nurture. I think about it of like, when kids get protected, they'll do something wrong, but instead of correcting the behavior, they get protected, and so the kids start learning like, oh, I can keep going, and they keep pushing that boundary. And so ultimately, it's like, well, it's kind of too late to correct that behavior because they know that they can get away with it, or they figure out themselves how to get away with it.
Yeah.
But I think you're right. Like, I think he's just testing his he's like, I have all this power. I'm a dragon, whatever, and I'm just gonna keep implementing my power on everybody, and
I don't see anything wrong with it.
I don't see nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, I see nothing wrong. And I think that's why Duncan, chose the best option, which is, hey, Egg needs to see the world. He needs to see the world for real, for what it is.
Yeah.
The travel and see. And I think that's something that, all people like that are rich and powerful can maybe take into account of like, hey, you know what? It might be a good idea to send my kid to like kind of travel the world beyond just what this environment is. This environment is very different from like what the real world is. So I think Duncan is, in my opinion, taking the right approach.
But there's a difference too, like between like going as a hedge knight versus like as a lord, or like
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. Like go as a commoner. Like don't have.
We're commoners.
I mean, in that context, yeah. I mean, we're all common in a way. There's no, resources and wealth doesn't separate like who we are as people. We're humans regardless.
Mm-hmm.
So to me,
but different ways of living is how you see it too.
Different ways of living and realizing that we have differences and we have a lot of similarities, and relating. I think that's what he's missing. He couldn't relate to those people. And I think that's the case with a lot of people in power. They stop being able to relate to someone who doesn't have as much resources or much power. And it's very easy for people in power to say, hey, you should just do this and it will get better. Like that's what we see here a lot, in current society. Like, do your business, do this. I came up from nothing. You can do the same thing. And I don't deny that. There's potential in that, but vice versa. I think first step isn't you can do better. The first step is how are you doing? The first step is like, I want to relate with who you are as a person, and vice versa too. Like, and I think that can't happen if you're in two different platforms. I think you need to put yourself like in the same platform as the other person, and at least then have that conversation. So I think with Egg, going back to the story, I think it's a great idea. Like what Duncan is doing with Egg, being a hedge knight, being his squire, and kind of traveling the lands.
Yeah.
I think Egg will be able to relate to people. And if he does become king, I think he'll become a better king than most people. That's what I think.
I hope.
I hope so.
that permanent.
And that's the thing with the Targaryens, man. Mad, they can't be mad. They can't go nuts.
No.
So this show is great.
Yes.
I love it. And we've been going for 1 hour, 20 minutes. That was because of that first 30 minutes we spent talking. I don't care. It's the finale. We love it. Yeah. And it just shows how much we love the show and how much your comments are just so amazing in this. And thank you for sticking by us. This is our first show we completed.
We completed. That's awesome.
We completed this. We completed the series at least for at least the season of the series. And yeah, great ride.
Yeah.
Great ride.
Appreciate y'all, your comments, for watching everything. Please continue. We'll definitely, if you guys are excited for season 2, we'll definitely be joining y'all and watching that and reacting to that. But any recommendations to getting more involved in the lore books, I'm all for it.
Yeah, there's quite a few on the books.
Yeah.
Books case. The other recommendation are the shows.
And I was like, should I buy it? And I was like, I think next time I'm gonna go.
Maybe you guys can put in the comments what would be the best book for Kim to start with.
That'd be
because the world is so big and there's so many stories.
Yeah.
The other thing I was gonna say, we will do, I guess, the behind the scenes. Like we'll do an episode for that. Let's just look through like how they went through the whole process. It'd be fun. So checking that out would be really cool, and just how they built up this world. And I don't know how you'll feel about watching Game of Thrones or House of Dragon. it's up to you on that one.
I just gotta mentally prepare myself before each.
Yeah, and we don't have to do it right now. We can do it a little bit later. House of Dragon is still going on, and maybe we can take a look, when the next season drops or something.
Yeah.
But we're also watching other shows. We're also checking. Currently, we're watching Young Sherlock and One Piece, which we're trying to get that one. I mean,
the copyright issues. Oh my
so
god,
crazy on that one.
We've edited for like a whole week straight. Honestly,
yeah, it's been crazy. And then next week, Daredevil's coming. I know any of these genres are not necessarily Game of Thrones, but if you guys are interested in that or just want to hear analysis or us watching and just talking about it,
or any recommendations too, we're definitely open to like checking it out. And then going
or putting it on a backlog at least, like when a show is over, because now that Knights of the Seven Kingdoms is over, Daredevil's at least picking up that slack for me. I'll be doing that one, but if there's other shows or other things that you would want us to check out, we definitely can. There's definitely quite a few shows I've seen, but I know you haven't seen quite a few, so I think however we want to approach it, that would be fun. But if you guys just want to check out,
I have a list of shows I have not seen.
Yeah, but we can get to it now. We can do it now. And other than that, there's also I'm working on writing more scripts on this and everything, but like I want to make more videos of just characters and world and content. I think Game of Thrones is just a great world, but I'm probably not going to make a video on that one. I'm just so lacking.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Fair enough, knowledge on this world. I think there's so many people who have just so much more about this, and I think for me, this is one of those special moments where I get to see a world from like just experiencing it.
Yeah.
And maybe later on when I have seen a lot more, I can be like, okay, I might make more content on this. But like I've seen a lot more on One Piece. I'm a big comic book nerd. I'm MCU nerd. I'm DC nerd. Like those worlds I have explored a lot more.
Yeah.
Warhammer I've explored a lot more. But
D&D.
D&D. I mean,
he made his own world.
Your own worlds, yes. But in terms of world building, I love that. I love storytelling and building a world that's like just deep and filled with rich stories that go across generations. And this is straight up that. Yeah. So that is awesome. The names are hard to keep up with.
Ooh, took me a second.
I know. I reasonably so. People who really follow this world, they sometimes do get a little annoyed by like us messing up the names, but it is what it is. It's hard. It's hard to keep track of all of these names. But the more we hear them, the more we'll get used to them. Yeah. And there's also times where they use the same name. Aegon is used like multiple
Dunk
times.
and Egg. Those are the important ones.
That is true, and that's where we will.
That's all we need to know.
We'll stop. Yeah, and then we'll just Lionel,
and Lionel.
Yeah, but excited for the next season whenever that drops. That would be awesome. Yeah. But anything you want to add?
No, just thanks so much for watching, y'all.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Bye.